This week's Off the Script is brought to you by WrestleRumble.com. WrestleRumble for the entirety of WrestleMania season is holding a raffle in which you could win not only one, but two custom-made WWE Championship title belts. One will be one of your own choosing. The other one will be a classic old-school Winged Eagle WWF Championship title. The rules are simple. Go to WrestleRumble.com. One entry will cost you $10. Drawing ends on March 31st, and Wrestle Rumble will be using random.org to determine the winner. Once again, you guys have up until March 31st at 4:45 p.m., and the drawing will take place at 5 p.m. that very same day. Once again, that's WrestleRumble.com, and hopefully, one of you listening to Off the Script this month will be a two-time World Heavyweight Champion. When you think of the name Kurt Angle, what is the first word that comes to mind? Honestly, the first word that comes to mind is champion. Champion. Kurt Angle is a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion 6 times. TNA World Tag Team Champion 2 times with Sting and AJ Styles. TNA X Division Champion, King of the Mountain in 2007 and 2009. And he is the second TNA Triple Crown Champion. Was also in the class of 2013 for TNA Hall of Fame. Now, when you're talking his WWE career, Kurt Angle is a WCW champion 1 time. WCW United States Champion 1 time. World Heavyweight Champion 1 time. WWE Tag Team Championships with Chris Benoit. WWF WWE Championship 4 times. The European Championship on 1 occasion. The Hardcore Championship on 1 occasion. Intercontinental Champion on 1 occasion. King of the Ring in 2000. WWE Tag Team Championship Tournament winner with Chris Benoit in 2002. Triple Crown Champion on 10 different occasions. 5th Grand Slam Champion in WWE history. And he is a legend. A WWE Hall of Famer in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, after all that Kurt Angle has given us, after all that Kurt Angle has given us, this is how WWE rewards him in his retirement match at WrestleMania 35. Baron Corbin. They reward Kurt Angle with Baron fucking Corbin. I think this photoshopped image of Angle next to a dumpster fire perfectly speaks to everybody about what type of match this will be at WrestleMania 35. In fact, I urge WWE to use this image going forward in their promotional marketing tools for WrestleMania 35. I love it. This is a fantastic image. I seen this image and I couldn't stop laughing, man. This image brings a fucking smile to my face, man. It really does. Awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Now, I think everybody is under the impression that this isn't a WrestleMania retirement match for Kurt Angle, that WWE is going to change this due to the negative aspect of it all, with the announcement being made on Monday Night Raw. But that's not even the issue. The issue is not the match with Baron Corbin. The issue is that they initially wasted breath on announcing this match. The issue is the fact that this match was in a boardroom with other people on the WWE Raw SmackDown creative team. And this is the idea that they came up with. This is the idea that Vince McMahon okayed at the end of the evening. don't know what Kurt Angle means to these people, but clearly, this is what they think of Kurt Angle. This is the value that they see in Kurt Angle. This is the thank you that they're giving Kurt Angle. Baron Corbin. I don't really understand WWE's logic here. I really don't. And it goes back to something that I have expressed in the past. This company doesn't find value in making anything special. Nothing. Nothing in this company resonates as special. Look at all the free big name matches that we got on TV. And then they take that and they beat it over your head until you don't want to see it anymore. Look at how many times we got Shinsuke Nakamura. This is a perfect example. Look at how many times we got Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles in the WWE. It was a dream match that should have embodied everything that was WrestleMania, and WWE watered it down so that it didn't overshadow Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. They didn't want those two guys, two non-WWE guys, to go out there at WrestleMania and steal the show. No one's going to tell me otherwise. That match was handcuffed beyond belief at WrestleMania. And then what did WWE do? Well, they wanted the dream match. They're going to get it 7 more times. Look at what they did with Rey Mysterio and Andrade Cien Almas. We got it 1 time. Fans on social media were going fucking crazy. Oh my God, look at the match that Rey and Almas put on SmackDown Live. This is nothing new to me. This is nothing new to me. I was watching Almas in NXT do this every single takeover. It's nothing new to me. Might be new to the fucking plebeian out there, but it ain't new to me. Widen your horizons. You know? So, they see this match, and it creates a social media buzz, and then it's almost as if they want to marry Rey Mysterio and Almas together in a WWE ring from there on out. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This company does not care about making something special. So what they did with Kurt Angle is they brought him out on television, and it was all in the delivery of the announcement. It was all in the when, where, and how you do it. And WWE failed on all of those aspects. You went out there, and you had Kurt Angle give you an announcement for WrestleMania, and everybody is anticipating, oh my God, it's Kurt fucking Angle. He's one of the greatest that's ever done it in the world of professional wrestling. He's going to announce some marquee major match that's going to make him go out on top, and everybody's going to rejoice and celebrate in this man's career. Baron Corbin. Not only did you kill the entire Chicago crowd that was Monday Night Raw for the rest of the fucking show, you had the Chicago crowd completely turn on a Chad Gable Kurt Angle match that happened immediately after the announcement. Yet Chicago chant for John fucking Cena, a guy who was an outlaw in the CM Punk Summer of Punk, a Chicago native. People chanting John Cena's name. People chanting for John Cena in Chicago. Because everybody knew that this was the right decision, and WWE figured Baron Corbin was the right decision. What the fuck does Baron Corbin have to do with Kurt Angle outside of a GM role on Monday Night Raw? You made Kurt Angle sound like the biggest blithering idiot I have ever seen in my entire life. I will not sleep, I cannot rest until I vanquish Baron Corbin. Are you fucking kidding me? The storyline was absolutely fucking worthless. And that's what you're telling me is the value of Kurt Angle's retirement match at WrestleMania. Worthless. And plus, we've seen Corbin and Angle in the ring already. And you're going to do it again at WrestleMania? Did people care about it then? Why the fuck about it at WrestleMania in his retirement match. The execution of it is what killed everything. You wasted that one moment. WWE had one moment for Angle to... Angle is only going to have one retirement. He went out there to make a big career announcement. I'm ending my career in WWE. I'm ending my professional wrestling career. You only have one opportunity to go out there and make it as special as you can. And WWE figured Baron Corbin was the right direction. Now, what if they need to change it? What if they need to change it? You already wasted the initial birthday surprise, right? You walk in and surprise! And the guy that walks in is not the fucking guy whose birthday it is. It's the best friend of the birthday boy. Oh, fuck, we wasted the big, good surprise. Happy birthday on you. And then the guy walks in, the birthday boy walks in, and hey, happy birthday, go fuck yourself. WWE wasted the big announcement on Baron Corbin, so even if they want to take Baron Corbin out of the match and then announce a John Cena, what difference does it make? Everybody's just going to think, well, this is what it should have been in the first place. Now we're not going to be as excited for the initial announcement the second time around. The only thing is, WWE is going to realize how much they fucked up. The fans are going to realize how much WWE fucked up in an instance in which you never should have fucked up to begin with. This should have been the easiest fucking decision possible. Kurt Angle had a match in that same building with John Cena for John Cena's first match on SmackDown Live. If that doesn't resonate as special to you, I don't know what does. The whole match could have been built on history. The beginning of Cena's career. The chapter 1 in Cena's book began with Angle. The final chapter in Angle's book ends with Cena. I mean, listen, I'm not the biggest John Cena fan. Nobody's a big John Cena fan. But when something makes fucking sense, you do the right thing. You go with what makes sense. Not with some fucking half-assed garbage fucking storyline where Angle can't fucking sleep at night until he gets rid of Baron Corbin, who forced him out of the Monday Night Raw position. Monday Night Raw's been so fucking terrible, Angle should have been the most happiest guy ever to be out of that position. Ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And then there are these fucking imbeciles on social media. Oh, Baron Corbin's a great heel. Baron Corbin's doing what he needs to do. Even if this goes on as planned, Baron Corbin's a great heel. Blah, 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 blah. And Baron Corbin's playing it up. You can cry all you want. I'm going to float down the river of your social media tears, he says. Okay. You're still garbage. No one's crying. No one is crying here. They're crying because nobody wants to see you. They're crying because you don't deserve this spot with Kurt Angle. We're crying because the company that you fucking work for, the company that employs you, are a bunch of fucking idiots. To fail and make this type of decision is just absolutely mind-blowing to me. It's not even the point. I don't understand the logic behind some people's thought process. Now, I know that WWE now is inclined to change the fucking match due to the backlash that is Baron Corbin being announced. But the initial reaction was on social media on Monday, well, don't worry, it's not going to be the match. Really? Really? How much faith do you fucking have in WWE to change the match? This is WWE we're talking about. How the fuck do you come to the conclusion that WWE is going to change the match? Oh, don't worry. They're going to give you this match and then they're going to make you appreciate what's to come when they change the match. Yeah, you're giving WWE so much fucking credit. I don't know why. You're giving them all this credit to actually do the right thing. Meanwhile, this is the same fucking company that's main evented WrestleMania with Roman Reigns 4 fucking times. It's not about doing this and then trolling the fans and then changing the match to what it needs to be. That's the wrong way to go about things. That is absolutely the wrong way to go about things. You know? This is Kurt Angle. He's given his fucking body, his soul, his goddamn fucking neck to this company. And this is how you treat his retirement? Troll or not, Baron Corbin or not to be changed at a later date. We're 2 weeks away from fucking WrestleMania. Why aren't you giving me the fucking match that needs to be 2 weeks before WrestleMania? This is Kurt Angle's retirement. He had one opportunity to go out there and say, you know what, I'm in Pittsburgh. This is the best place for me to do this of all fucking people. Or Chicago. This is the best place for me to do this. You know, Pittsburgh, he wrestled Apollo Crews. He's going on this 3-4 week retirement tour. He did Apollo Crews in Pittsburgh. His last match in Pittsburgh. Great. Nice rub for Apollo Crews. Great rub for Chad Gable in Chicago. Comes out in Chicago. Guys, I'm retiring. You know? I have so many memories in this arena, blah, blah, blah. I am choosing Baron Corbin. It's not about him choosing Baron Corbin. It's the fact that WWE picked Baron Corbin for Kurt Angle to have him go out there and announce to everybody, the world, that this is going to be his last match. That's the biggest fucking slap in the face for a man like Kurt Angle. I can't stand the fact that WWE knows that this is the wrong decision, and they went out there and willingly had Angle say, I'm going to fight Baron Corbin at WrestleMania. It's disgusting. Nothing special. You only get one opportunity to do these types of things, and WWE thinks that, you know, these types of opportunities can come over and over and over again. Someone like this and something like this needs to be treated as special. Would you do this with anybody else? Would you troll the fucking audience? Yeah, this is who you're going to get, but now we're going to change it later. So just so that you appreciate who's to come later. Who's to say we wouldn't have appreciated John Cena as the initial announcement? I think everybody would have been fucking excited, buzzing about John Cena. But here we are talking about fucking Baron Corbin at WrestleMania. The truth of the matter is, folks, WWE completely fucked this all up. Fucked it all up. You know, the rumor going around on social media was that Kurt Angle chose Baron Corbin on his own volition. That's not the case. WWE chose Baron Corbin for Kurt Angle. For whatever reason, they chose Baron Corbin. Angle was actually hoping for a more high-profile opponent at WrestleMania. Kurt Angle surprised a lot of the fans, left them disappointed. The internet exploded with disapproval on the heels of Kurt Angle's announcement. Angle's wife even had comments to say on the matter, and then later deleted them, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. Why did she delete them? The entire storyline does not seem to be a swerve at all at the moment. PW Insider reports that the word going around was that Angle was hoping for more of a high-profile WrestleMania opponent. Obviously, WWE went their own way for a reason. What reason is that, folks? I don't know why you would disrespect Kurt Angle. WWE brought him into the company. Is there still some resentment there for him going to TNA? I know that him and Triple H had a back and forth. He wasn't really on good terms with Vince McMahon. They let him back into the company. Is this WWE's way of saying, we own you? You want your retirement with us? You're going to do what we say. Instead of giving this man the special treatment that he fucking deserves after giving everything to Vince and almost dying under Vince's watch. WWE wanted Baron Corbin to be Kurt Angle's farewell opponent for a reason. We'll have to wait and see what happens and what the company has planned for WrestleMania. Everybody sounded off. Angle's wife, Matt Riddle. I had Gail Kim on social media going at it with fucking plebeians on social media. over this entire thing. Jim Ross made a mention of this entire Kurt Angle situation. Matt Riddle seemed depressed over Kurt Angle's WrestleMania opponent. Matt Riddle said, and I quote, "I missed Raw last night and woke up to this. Now I'm going to McDonald's to eat the sadness away." Unreal. Jim Ross, he tweeted out during Monday Night Raw. All he said was, underwhelming. Underwhelming. Jim Ross actually brought Kurt Angle into the fold in WWE. How do you think Jim Ross felt watching a guy that he picked for WWE while he was there as talent relations to see him go to WrestleMania to wrestle Baron fucking Corbin? Angle. WrestleMania. People are thinking it's a swerve. It's not a swerve, folks. It's not a swerve. This is according to sources. It is not a swerve. Now, Angle's wife expressed some kayfabe irrationality on social media at her husband's Mania opponent of choice. The Chicago crowd was chanting John Cena, and while he is slated to be at WrestleMania, the company apparently has other plans for him. What plans does John Cena have? What plans does John Cena have? Is he going to interfere in Elias's musical performance and be another fucking guy that is just like everybody else, making Elias look like a fucking joke? He obviously isn't fighting Samoa Joe for the United States Championship, as they put Joe with Rey Mysterio. So what is he doing? What is he doing? The crowd in Chicago is chanting, "We want Cena." Baron Corbin is still a man that Vince McMahon sees big things in. There is a thought backstage that he's a future world champion. Putting him with Kurt Angle in his farewell match will be another huge notch on Baron Corbin's belt. It remains to be seen if the company will actually give Corbin a win over Angle, but it would not be surprising. All in all, it is said that this right now is not a swerve. Plans can always change, and in today's WWE climate, this is nothing more than fact. It is fact. Everything changes in this company. Don't expect a big swerve where Baron Corbin is replaced by John Cena or The Undertaker or anyone else the fans would rather see. So the initial plan was and is Baron Corbin. And if WWE takes into account the social media displeasure, the YouTube dislikes on the particular segment that Kurt Angle announced this match, and look at the dislikes, then they may be prompted to change. But right now, nothing. Gail Kim actually voiced her displeasure by calling Vince McMahon an asshole for Kurt Angle's choice of WrestleMania match. Gail Kim was one of the people who did not love this news at all. She wanted better for Kurt Angle in his last match, and it's not hard to see why. She blew up Twitter over this announcement and commented on it again on Instagram. She says, and I quote, "Vince is an asshole, but you're Kurt fucking Angle, and you will make this match memorable no matter what, because you're Kurt fucking Angle." She then advised some WWE casual on Instagram, where they mostly dwell along with Twitter. She advised a fan who was in support of this Baron Corbin match to go eat his booty-os and drink the Vince McMahon Kool-Aid while watching the WWE Network. Needless to say, Gail Kim will probably never be seen in the WWE ever again. Cannot say that I do not agree with her. WWE attempted to stop all negative comments on the announcement for Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. If they are trying to stop the negative comments, first of all, why would you make an announcement knowing full well that this is the reaction that you're going to get? And B, knowing that you're seeing this now, how stupid do you fucking look in the end? No, it's our way or the highway. You got to do what we say. I told you this on and on and on and on. Over and over again. Everything that this company does is not the right decision. They refuse to listen to the fucking fans. I don't remember what happened on Monday Night Raw. Didn't we hear Triple H say that we are in charge of Monday Night Raw? Yeah, how long did that last? We're the ones in charge in this new era. Chicago was clearly chanting for John Cena. Are you going to fucking do what the fans want? Or are you going to go with this dumpster fire of a match with Baron Corbin? WWE tried to stop all negative comments after this announcement. Angle's own wife tweeted out in response to this announcement, and she was not happy. Now, she was not filled in on what was going to happen. The comments about her being underwhelmed by her husband's last match were quickly deleted off of social media. However, the choice was not hers to delete them. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that Kurt Angle's wife, who apparently wasn't clued in about knocking the company, even complained about what an underwhelming retirement match this is until she was told to take down her post by WWE management. Unfucking real. It was not made clear if WWE or Kurt Angle himself told his wife to nix the negativity, but it was taken down for a reason. At this time, Angle versus Corbin is locked for WrestleMania. Now, there is fan backlash to this. I documented everything from Monday Night Raw. They may change Kurt Angle's WrestleMania opponent after all the fan backlash. They may change his opponent after all the fan backlash that they've received all week on social media and on their YouTube channel. Now, as of Monday, this was the plan. Brian Alvarez spoke about this decision on Wrestling Observer, where he said that due to the insane fan backlash, his gut tells him that WWE might change the match now. However, that was not their intention on Raw, and there is still a big chance that the match will carry on as planned. Brian Alvarez says, "My gut tells me they're probably going to change it. They may put John Cena in there, which is the match it should be. But as of yesterday, this was their idea. Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin." Now, yes, Baron Corbin is a great heel. Baron Corbin being a great heel doesn't have to do anything with this match. Okay? Him being a great heel has nothing to do with this match. And I want to add something on top of everything, and I mentioned this on Monday. For all the fucking imbeciles on social media, Baron Corbin doesn't have go-away heat. Or go-away heat doesn't exist. Oh, it certainly does fucking exist, motherfucker. It does exist. Go-away heat is one of those things that you gotta listen to very closely. Go-away heat exists. And Baron Corbin has go-away heat. For this segment, anyway, he had go-away heat. Now, people are chiming in, well, if he had go-away heat, then he would be standing there and people would be getting up and running to the concession stands and running to the bathroom and running out of the arena and not wanting anything to do with Monday Night Raw. They just wouldn't watch. They'd get up and leave. That's go-away heat to people. That's go-away heat. Meanwhile, realistically, who the fuck is going to do that? Who is going to do that? It's going to take a lot of manpower to convince the entire fucking arena to get up during Baron Corbin's segment and go get a $14 Budweiser. Go-away heat exists. Nobody's going to realistically do that. You got to listen to it. The fucking pain and the sorrow and the overall just fucking hatred that crowd in Chicago just embodied after that announcement. The overall disappointment was felt everywhere. That is the go-away heat. The whole show was ruined after that. That one segment fucked the entire show. That's go-away heat. Go-away heat exists. It existed for Corbin. It existed for Reigns. And it will forever exist for anybody in this type of position. Now, X-Pac might lose the heat name after him because Baron Corbin heat is becoming a thing now on social media. X-Pac heat? Well, we got Baron Corbin heat. This is someone who the people legitimately want to see go away. You gotta listen to it. It's there. The sound of that Chicago crowd was, "Go away, Baron Corbin." Now, WrestleVotes reports that there is some hope that WWE might change this match because they were blindsided by the negative reaction. Really? Really? You were blindsided by the negative reaction? Who in this company thought this was a good idea? I'd love to know who. They were blindsided by the negative reaction. Therefore, a swap could be coming. WrestleVotes tweets out from a source, Angle vs. Corbin is being reconsidered. WWE did not expect this type of negative reaction, and thus, they don't want such a negative feel to Kurt Angle's final match. WWE loves to get heat, but this is the kind of heat that nobody really wanted, and WWE certainly didn't want. You know, WWE has to pick their spots. They got to pick their spots. I understand that they want to create a fucking buzz, but do not do it at the fucking mercy of Kurt Angle. Do not do it based off Kurt Angle's retirement. There's an appropriate time to get heat. There's an appropriate time to generate a reaction, whether it's good or bad. The Ronda Rousey situation is a great example. What she is doing and what she did and what she said, though I don't agree with the word fake being thrown around, was a great example of creating a buzz. This is what WWE does right. In situations and instances like that, that is perfect. You get people talking, and they're talking for all the right reasons. You got people talking about this for all the wrong reasons, because the guy standing across from Kurt Angle is the wrong opponent for Kurt Angle. I don't understand the logic in this company. Now they're reconsidering it. It's too little too late if you ask me. You might as well go through with the fucking original god-awful plans you had. Because the original moment of him announcing his final match is now gone. You wasted that and that breath on Baron Corbin. Meanwhile, it should have been John Cena that was announced. People should have been in celebration. People should have been joyous. People should have been happy and excited for Kurt Angle's last match at WrestleMania. Now, maybe John Cena couldn't be there. Fine. But the thought and the name of John Cena being announced would have resonated with everybody in Chicago, on social media, and people who did not know their history would have gone back and found how John Cena is important to Kurt Angle, and they would have realized that this match, in the end, makes sense. You don't fuck around with things like this. This man has done too much for him to go out there and announce, yeah, guys, I can't live with the fact that Baron Corbin got me fired from the Monday Night Raw general manager position. I need to beat him at WrestleMania. An angle that nobody remembers. A fucking storyline that will go down in the annals of WWE history as one of the most worthless on Monday Night Raw in all 26 years. All for the sake of Kurt Angle's retirement match. Baron Corbin gets a rub when nobody in this business is pleased with the match at WrestleMania. I don't know what else to tell you, folks. You know, the thing is about WWE and them not really appreciating special moments, they don't. They don't like special moments. They don't appreciate special moments. And to be honest with you, the more and more I see it happen, especially now, I feel like they're so blind to when there is something special. They don't realize when they have something special in front of them. This company just does not appreciate special moments. Or maybe their thought process and their mindset of special is different from what I'm thinking compared to what they're thinking. But I think we're all in the same boat here. I think everybody realizes how special Kurt Angle has been to us. Some people on social media, some people that I know personally, Kurt Angle is their favorite of all time. There's not one person that I know who watches this fucking sport that we all love that doesn't appreciate and respect to the absolute fucking maximum of what Kurt Angle has done for this fucking business. Nobody. The fact that they went out there and disrespected him in that manner is fucking shameful. It's pathetic. It's sad. And this is why WWE comes under so much fire. Because when they go out on their show and tell everybody that they're going to start listening to the fans, they end up being the biggest fucking hypocrites possible, and then they don't do the one thing that we all want, and everything that they said about the new era is complete fucking hoaxed, fake garbage. It's phony garbage. It's bullshit. It's nothing but fucking lies. I don't know what else to say, man. I really don't know what else to say about this. You know, it was an instance in which I didn't even give a shit about Kurt Angle's retirement match to begin with. You know? But I knew how important Kurt Angle was to all of us. And I wanted to see him go out in the right manner. If they don't do the right thing, I don't think anybody's going to forgive WWE. And if I'm Kurt Angle, I'm not going to forgive WWE for this. You got one retirement. You got one retirement. Make it right and make it special. That's all you had to do. This is Off the Script, episode 266. This is part number 1. We are going to tackle a lot more in this episode, man. 2 new signees for WWE. They get contracts. Who are they? I know you know of one of them, and we'll talk about it. But WWE locked someone else into a multi-year contract. WWE pulled Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson from all live events and are no longer on the road with WWE. And WWE might be snubbing the tag team division at WrestleMania. All this plus so much more right here on Off the Script.
Delete! This is mine.
People still Now, in the spirit of the Dusty Classic, I guess, because that's the biggest tournament that's going on right now. We got the finals taking place next week between the Forgotten Sons, Ricochet and Aleister Black. Winners of that go on to fight the War Raiders at NXT TakeOver New York. But this has to do with March Madness, if you guys are fans of college basketball. I found this on Twitter, and I seen my good buddy Brian Zane of Wrestling with Regret post this on Twitter. And I figured this would be a great discussion right here on the podcast, man. This is absolutely off the script. This is the best cereal bracket. And we got a few good ones up there. And I figured it would be fun to open this week's show to literally go off the script and choose a winner for the best cereal. Now, all of these cereals are garbage. I have not eaten any of these cereals since I was in grade school, and I would not touch any of these cereals at all anymore, knowing what I know now. But I have tasted all of these cereals. I am very familiar with all of these cereals, and we are going to choose the best cereal today. So let's start from the left side, man. We got Lucky Charms against Wheaties. I'm going to have to go with Lucky Charms, man. I think Lucky Charms, you know, yes, they're magically delicious. And they got the marshmallowy treats inside, I know. Lucky Charms is much better than Wheaties. If you're a health nut, maybe you're going to go with Wheaties. But I think everybody has a fondness of Lucky Charms. Now, this is a good one, man. These are two cereals that are very familiar and similar to one another, but they have different tastes. One has a fucking toucan with a big beak, and the other one, I don't know who the mascot was for Apple Jacks. Some fucking goon dressed as an apple, I'm sure. I don't remember. But there was something about Apple Jacks that I absolutely love, man. I don't know if it was the sugary goodness and that sweet apple taste. I know for a fact I did not like Fruit Loops, man. There was something about that fucking Toucan Sam that I didn't like. He's a fucking clown, you know? So I'm going with Apple Jacks. So we got Lucky Charms and Apple Jacks in the second round. Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Golden Grahams. Now, I don't know what the difference is between Golden Grahams and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I really don't. They're both the same fucking cereal. They're both the same cereal. Honestly. Or is Golden Grahams like Honey Smacks? I don't know. I don't remember, man. I think it's very similar to Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm going to have to go with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Because that is the go-to. When we were younger, my mom always had Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And man, that brown sugar in the milk afterwards, oh my goodness. So good. I'm going with Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the second round. They're going over Golden Grahams. Raisin Bran and Honey Nut Cheerios. Now, Honey Nut Cheerios is my least favorite of the Cheerio bunch here. Okay? I don't know why they wouldn't. Honestly, you might look at me like I'm a fucking clown. I honestly think the multigrain Cheerios are absolutely fucking delicious, man. There's a certain sweetness in this entire thing. There's a certain sweetness to the multigrain Cheerios that I don't think you guys really understand and appreciate. So if this was multigrain Cheerios, I would have went with that over Raisin Bran. And it would have fit better into the overall scheme of this bracket. Healthy cereal versus healthy cereal. Honey Nut Cheerios and Raisin Bran, man. I'm going Raisin Bran. Who doesn't like a good bowl of Raisin Bran? I love it. All right, so we got Raisin Bran and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And then Lucky Charms and Apple Jacks. So there you go. That is the second round there. Let's continue on with this left side of the bracket before we get to the right side. So we got Apple Jacks and Lucky Charms, man. I'm going with Apple Jacks. I'm going with Apple Jacks in the next round. So then we got Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Raisin Bran. I don't know, man. Depending on how you're swinging these days, I don't know. I remember Cinnamon Toast Crunch being delicious as a kid, but what would I eat now? I still eat Raisin Bran now as an adult. I'm going with Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran and Apple Jacks in the final bracket on their side. So there you go. Who do we got? Apple Jacks and Raisin Bran. Who do you got? I'm going with Apple Jacks, man. Something about Apple Jacks. I'm going with Apple Jacks in the finals. Now we got the right side. This one's a no-brainer. This one's a no-brainer for me, man. I love Tony the Tiger, or Terry the Tiger, on Family Guy. Remember that? They're great. I wish I could say that about Monday Night Raw. It's great. It's awful. I should make a fucking cereal with the Monday Night Raw logo on it, burning. Frosted Flakes and Rice Krispies, man. I'm going Rice Krispies. Fuck that. How could you ever deny Rice Krispies? You fucking asshole. Snap, crackle, and pop. Those are my boys, bro. Come on. Cocoa Puffs. Not one of these what is he, another fucking toucan? What is he? Big beak motherfucker. Cocoa Puffs versus Frosted Mini Wheats, man. I'm going Frosted fucking Mini Wheats. You gotta be out of your fucking mind. Really? This is a no-brainer, man. Rice Krispies and Frosted Mini Wheats in the semifinals. Oh, my goodness. Honey Smacks and Fruity Pebbles, man. Man, dig them. I'm digging you, bro. You going to the next round. Honey Smacks and Fruity Pebbles. Honey Smacks wins it, no question. Oh, my God, man. Captain Crunch or Trix? Trix. Trix are for kids. Yeah. Tricks are for kids. How could you deny the captain? Captain Crunch, motherfucker. It's going to the next round. All right, so we got Captain Crunch and Honey Smacks. And then we got Frosted Mini Wheats and Rice Krispies. Oh, my goodness, man. This is a tough one. I'm going to have to go with Honey Smacks, bro. I'm going to go with Dig 'em. I'm going with Dig 'em over the captain. No question. So we got Honey Smacks in the next round. They get past Captain Crunch. Now, this is a tough one. Rice Krispies versus Frosted Mini Wheats, man. Puffed rice versus big wheat squares with sugary frosting on top. Now, I could eat a bowl after a bowl after a bowl of Rice Krispies, man. I love it. Put some fruit in there, you're good to go. But Frosted Mini Wheats, man, I actually eat Frosted Mini Wheats without the milk. Yes, I eat it without the milk, man. I actually snack on it just by itself as it is. So I eat these cereals two different ways. One with milk and one without milk. Honestly, if we're going just based off cereal here, in its context, cereal with milk, I'm going with Rice Krispies, man. I'm going with Rice Krispies. Frosted Mini Wheats, to me, is more like a snack. I don't even consider it a cereal. I'm going with Rice Krispies in the next round. So, we got Rice Krispies versus Honey Smacks to go up against Apple Jacks in the finals. I'm going to have to go with Rice Krispies, man. Can't do it. I cannot deny Snap, Crackle, and Pop. I can't do it. So we got Apple Jacks and Rice Krispies in the finals. Apple Jacks and Rice Krispies in the finals. What is the best cereal of all time? And the winner of JD's best cereal of 2019 is none of them. Kix! Kix is the best fucking cereal, motherfucker. I just swerved you. How is Kix not on that list? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God, man, if you haven't tried Kix, you are being denied. There's something about Kix, man. I don't know what the fuck it is or what they put on that cereal, but oh my God, Kix blows all of them out of the water. This is Off the Script. This is episode 266, part number 1, man. You talk about going off the script, man. There you go. This is OTS 266, part number 1. We got a lot to get into, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Listen. I need to tell you all something right now. After I sip my water. You need to hit the thumbs up. Okay, YouTube is fucked up. YouTube is being fucked up in some way or form. Some form or fashion. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like YouTube for the last couple weeks has been broken. And I need you guys to seriously hit the thumbs up. The thumbs up, as far as what it does for a video, is it makes the video recommended to more people, more eyes and ears on the podcast. It helps out the channel, helps the channel grow. And I honestly feel like, things have taken it's taken a turn for where things are becoming very stale. And things really aren't in an upward swing as good as they were. And I feel like that's because of the comments and the thumbs up. And everybody was doing that in abundance. So I want you guys to get back on that, man. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 2,000 thumbs up right here on the podcast, man. So let's do that. And thank you guys so very much for all your support right here on Off the Script. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, both on Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Follow me on Twitch, JD from New York. And if you guys want to support the podcast on Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Man, thank you guys so very much for following me on the Patreon page. You guys get early access, and you guys get all the audio versions of the podcast. So thank you guys so very much for everything that you're doing. I really, really, really appreciate it, man. If you guys missed anything on the channel, there's a ton for you to go back and look over if YouTube did not push it to your sub boxes, man. I did an Off the Script extra where we talked about Wrestlemania being 17 matches deep and 8 hours long. A nice little rant on that, news on that. Also news on Vince McMahon not being a fan of EC3 and the reasons why. So we go over that. That was actually uploaded on Monday, right before Monday Night Raw. Make sure you guys go check Off the Script last weekend, man. We did a special Monday episode because I didn't do one on Sunday. So we talked about WWE lying about their WrestleMania attendance figures. And them lying over the last 10 years. SmackDown Live. Kofi not going to WrestleMania, at least for right now. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But the gauntlet match disappointed me greatly. And I'm not sure if I am for Kofi Kingston becoming the WWE champion anymore. Monday Night Raw. Obviously, we talked about Angle. As expected, Kurt Angle chooses a terrible WrestleMania opponent. And the terrible episode that was Monday Night Raw. So make sure you guys go and check that out, including the NXT review that I uploaded on Thursday, man. We talked about the fate of the NXT title and what Triple H has planned for the title at TakeOver New York. My thoughts on that and the great Fatal 5-Way that we've seen on NXT TV. Everything you guys need is linked in the eye that you see in the top right corner of your screen, man. So thank you guys so very much for all of that. Mania Crawl. You guys know the deal with Mania Crawl, man. We've been promoting them for the entirety of WrestleMania season. ManiaCrawl.com is taking place in Bayonne, New Jersey. Or Hoboken, New Jersey. I believe it's Hoboken, New Jersey. But you guys are going to go to ManiaCrawl.com, and you're going to get all the information that you can to be a part of Mania Crawl. Now, they've been doing it for the last 5 years, and it coincides with WrestleMania. This is the 6th year that they're doing it, and they are going to have a great time, and all the proceeds and everything is going towards Connor's cure, man. So, what a great way to spend your WrestleMania Sunday. If you guys are looking for something to do, Mania Crawl has got you guys covered. You're going to be around like-minded wrestling fans. You might make some new connections, meet some new friends, and drink some good beer while you're doing it, and being supportive of Connor's cure in the process, man. They're actually selling a t-shirt, a bracelet, and a hat, I believe. If you guys want to buy some souvenirs as well for your Mania Crawl, you guys can certainly do that on their website. ManiaCrawl.com is the address for you guys there, so make sure you guys go and check all of that stuff out. JD's Elite Bonfire.com is the link for that. Go get your t-shirts. We are absolutely still on fire with all of the t-shirts, man. You guys are absolutely beast. And I got to shout out a few of you guys who bought some for the 3rd campaign. I got to shout out Charles. I got to shout out Rob. I have to shout out Johnny. And I have to shout out Jennifer as well for all buying t-shirts in the 3rd campaign. That is JD's Elite. Link is down in the description of this very video. Go and get yours today exclusively on bonfire.com. And I want you guys to be wearing your t-shirts when you come out to Hooters, man. 1 to 4 p.m. Friday, April 5th. Come hang out before NXT TakeOver New York, where we will crown, guaranteed, a new NXT champion. Off the script, meet and greet, 155 West 33rd Street, New York City, right across from Madison Square Garden. You guys can still get in at TakeOver on time, because I don't want you guys to miss it. I timed it appropriately. You guys will make the Barclays Center if you are indeed going to TakeOver. Take a Lyft, an Uber, take the 4 or 5 train. You guys will get there, no questions asked, on time to get all of your NXT TakeOver festivities underway. But Hooters, man, come and meet and greet me Friday, April 5th from 1 to 4 p.m. at Hooters, 155 West 33rd Street. We got over 50 people who have RSVP'd already, with another 40 who are interested in coming. I hope to see every single one of you there, man. That is a huge turnout for me, and thank you guys so much for being supportive during this WrestleMania season. Man, I just realized that I forgot to change the bottom news feed ticker, the running ticker at the bottom of the layout. I forgot to change the fucking ticker during the Kurt Angle segment, and it's still reading the off-the-script extra headline. WrestleMania being 8 hours and 17 matches. I know there's some fucking goon in the comment section right now. Look at him, he didn't change the news feed at the bottom of the layout. What a fucking idiot. So now I fixed it. So now it's reading what you guys need to see. There you go. Let's hit the fucking news, will you? Oh my God, man. All right, here we go. Sin Cara, who cares? Sin Cara signs a multi-year contract with the WWE. For what? He must love he must love Spanish night and Titus Catering. Who cares? Is he even going to factor into anything important on SmackDown Live? Realistic, I mean this wholeheartedly. Is he going to factor into anything important for the next 3 years on SmackDown Live? The answer is no. The only thing that he'll be doing is critiquing Titus. Titus, the black beans are underseasoned. Please. I like corn tortillas instead of flour. Come on, bro. How many times I gotta go over this with you? PW Insider's reporting that SmackDown Live superstar Sin Cara has come to terms with World Wrestling Entertainment on a new 3-year deal. Sin Cara is coming back from injury. The assurance that he will be around much longer could give WWE confidence to push him upon his in-ring return. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. He's also a great representative for WWE in the Spanish language speaking markets. We'll just have to wait and see how WWE uses Sin Cara from this point on, but they will have him around for another 3 years. Who cares? Put this guy on 205 Live and let him wrestle. Simple as that. There's nothing more to the Sin Cara character that I could really talk about. The guy is virtually irrelevant on WWE television. They tried to get him on television in this minor storyline with Andrade Cien Almas when he first made SmackDown Live, citing that Almas looked at Sin Cara as a legend and an inspiration or whatever the fuck they were trying to tell, and that went nowhere because Sin Cara got hurt. So they promptly ended the storyline and did nothing with Almas until WWE realized that, oh shit, AEW is really signing everybody up, so we gotta start pushing our guys and start making them happy. Sin Cara is signed to WWE for 3 years. At the end of the day, who the fuck cares? Now, this is something that we care about. AJ Styles re-signed with the WWE. We do not have any details on his WWE contract, but he did make this announcement official himself on Twitter, along with everyone, letting everyone know about his contract and a new addition to his family in the adorable new puppy that his family has taken in. Now, the Wrestling Observer newsletter has mentioned this news in the latest issue. Along with this report, Dave Meltzer, also on top of the AJ Styles story and him re-signing with the company, also included a huge hint about AJ Styles' actual intentions when it came to leaving WWE. He had expressed little interest in AEW, and while obviously they would have liked to have him, and he's friends with the Young Bucks, at no point did anyone ever talk seriously about the idea of him coming on in. Now, AJ Styles is currently booked in a WrestleMania marquee match that could steal the show with Randy Orton, and he's 100% deserving of a big match on that type of stage. This confidence in AJ Styles to book such a high-profile Mania match speaks volumes on what WWE sees in AJ Styles. Now, the company obviously had enough faith in Styles to put him in this big WrestleMania match, even if his contract wasn't actually signed yet. Now we can only assume that Styles will remain a big focus point on the top of the card for whatever roster he goes to, whether he stays on SmackDown Live or moves over to Monday Night Raw in the Superstar Shakeup, which has been an ongoing rumor for years that WWE, specifically Vince McMahon, has wanted AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw. So we'll see what happens. And the reason that AJ Styles is not factored into any WWE title opportunities and the fact that he's getting Randy Orton at WrestleMania could indicate that WWE is kind of keeping him in something very important, but not keeping him in that title contention, because they do have plans to move him over to Monday Night Raw. That is really, nobody knows where that's going right now. Now, I don't want to see AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw, because AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw means that he's going to the worst show. Monday Night Raw is just completely garbage. Now, if AJ Styles goes over there, is AJ Styles going to feel as special as he does on SmackDown Live? I don't know. Probably not, because it's Monday Night Raw. They take your fucking soul as soon as you step onto the red brand. You are not the same man anymore. It's like you're walking through the fucking fiery pits of hell, and you're battling fucking, Cerberus, and you're battling all these fucking demons, right? And you get through, and you see the light at the end of the fucking tunnel. You're battered and beaten and worn, and by that time, your armor is all fucking dented, and you just don't look the same anymore. You look all disheveled. That's what AJ Styles is going to look like if he goes to Monday Night Raw. Yeah, he might be AJ Styles. He might be the phenomenal one, but he ain't going to look or feel the same if he goes to Monday Night Raw. Nobody ever does. Nobody ever does. It always works the opposite way. When they leave Raw and go to SmackDown, then they start to look a little bit more important. And that luster begins to come out and shine a little bit. I don't want AJ Styles to go over to Monday Night Raw. The only reason why AJ Styles would move to Monday Night Raw is because he's been a face of SmackDown Live for so long. And Vince wants him over there. And, to be honest with you, WWE needs a top heel and babyface on Monday Night Raw. Right now, they don't have a top heel. They have a top heel in Drew McIntyre. They got a top heel in Seth Rollins, but at this point, I don't know if they're going to give Rollins the ball and have him run with it. If AJ Styles is over there, at least I know for a fact that Vince is 100% backing AJ Styles. AJ Styles could realistically be the guy that they look at as a top babyface on Monday Night Raw, if that's indeed what they want to do with him. But being that the news reported by Meltzer is that he really didn't give any serious interest to AEW. Yeah, he knows Matt and Nick, and he knows Omega, and he knows all those guys over there. And the thought of being paid handsomely for a very, very light schedule was obviously something that he gave some thought to. But WWE was always going to one-up AEW, and they were going to give him much more than AEW could ever give him. Merchandise and the time off and the time with the family. The WWE was always going to do that because they needed to keep him happy. On top of him being a huge merchandise guy and a guy that they look upon to be one of the faces of the company, WWE was going to give the world to AJ Styles. He knew that. He's comfortable there. He knows that they respect him, and he's worked his fucking ass off. That's the most important aspect of it, I think. It's what I would look at anyway. AJ Styles worked his ass off. Whereas, years ago, he would be looked down upon for his style and who he is and where he came from. Now he's transcended into the WWE and just completely made everybody a believer, and he proved everybody wrong, man. Why would you want to walk away from that? Where nobody was going to give you respect years and years and years ago, now he walked on in and he's got everybody's respect. And I think WWE realizes how valuable he is. So I'm glad that he's staying, and I wish him nothing but the best. And that AJ Styles Kenny Omega dream match, man, and whatever else dream match that you guys are conjuring up in AEW, it's going to have to wait. So AJ Styles is staying with the WWE. The company obviously had faith in AJ Styles, like I said, to put him in a big WrestleMania match. And that was an important aspect of it as well, because with him not signing, I always kind of figured it was going to be kept secretive, because the Daniel Bryan situation, when he was about to become a free agent, nobody knew what was going on with him. It kept everybody on their feet. What's Bryan going to do? Is he going to leave? Is he going to go back to the Indies? Or is he staying with the WWE? It's going to make his wrestling matches that much more unpredictable, because we don't know what's going on. And that's the same vibe I got here with AJ Styles. If, he was definitely leaving the company, then we kind of would have known the outcome of the Randy Orton match. But being that it was the in-between, is he staying, is he going, is he staying, is he going, kind of gave the whole match a new life of its own, just based on the outcome. And I really appreciate that. So I like when WWE keeps these things, very hush-hush and last minute. Now we can worry about them, Randy Orton and AJ Styles, putting on a fantastic match at WrestleMania. And it's going to be great to see who goes over here. Any one of them could take it. And this is the one match that I really don't know how WWE is going to swing. So it's going to be very exciting. One of the matches definitely I'm excited for at WrestleMania. Someone who will not be at WrestleMania, who is definitely in very, very good relations with AJ Styles, are the Club. Gallows and Anderson. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows declined WWE contract renewals. We all know that. Now, I did mention, it could be one of two things. One, they could definitely be done with the WWE and they don't want to stay in the company, knowing that if they re-sign, nothing but the same shit is going to happen to them. Or they could want to stay with the WWE and be with the WWE, but not sign yet to maybe hear offers for somebody else to lobby more money out of WWE. Business. That's how you negotiate contracts. You're not going to sign right now without hearing the other party's offer. So they're probably doing that type of deal. It's one or the other. But I honestly think that they're done with the WWE. I think that at the end of the day, the money's going to be there. Money is only going to go so far. I think guys like this, who have waited and waited and waited and waited for an opportunity, and it's not coming, what has WWE done for these guys to give them the feeling of, things are going to change? Nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. Nothing is going to change for these guys if they re-sign and stay with the company. Going to be more of the same, more catering, right? They'll probably end up coming up with a brand new menu for catering. They're catering VIPs. And the fact that WWE is not even focusing on tag team wrestling, even though they said they would, what's the point? What is the point? Look at AEW's tag team division already. Why would you not want to be a part of that? So they're going to bide their time, they're going to wait, and they're going to leave. Let their contracts run out. WWE can't do nothing about that. As soon as it's up, they could do whatever the fuck they want. They'll be ready for live TV on TNT and TBS. They declined WWE contract offers. It's the right decision. These deals would have been for 5 years and would have amounted to a multi-million-dollar contract for both. However, the Good Brothers apparently were not interested. Now, both Gallows and Anderson were pulled from the road, and they do not have any future dates for the company. I don't know why they just don't outright release them then. I honestly don't know why they don't outright release them. I'm surprised that these guys haven't even asked for their release. Fightful Select and Sean Ross Sapp. Go over there and check him out. Good dude. He reports that the Good Brothers didn't re-sign their WWE contracts because they weren't being used. Money goes a long way, folks. Or it only goes so far, right? Money only goes so far. Goes a long way, but in this instance, it's creative that's winning out over cash. These guys have absolutely nothing that is fulfilling them creatively. And I don't blame them at all. They're not being used. Therefore, WWE decided to simply remove them from the road altogether. Hey, look at it this way. You're spending time with your hot Asian wife, spending time with your kids, right? You're home doing what you want to do, and you're getting a WWE paycheck on top of it for doing nothing. Get your body right, recuperate, relax, do what you want. Wait till September comes. Plan trips with your family. You know, just be there for your family. Come September, you are out. Gone. Gone like the wind. Can't beat that deal. I just don't understand this deal as far as WWE goes. This is a great deal for fucking Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. If they've already made up their mind that they're going, this is great. This is great. You're doing me a favor. I don't want to wrestle if I'm not appreciated. So you took me off the road. Great. Awesome. But I don't understand this from a WWE aspect. It's like they're paying these guys for what? If you find no value in them at all, and you have no plans for them at all, just release them. Why are you even paying them? This is money that could be used for something else. Get rid of them. This is a waste of money on WWE's behalf. One report said, and I quote, they didn't sign because they got benched. Then they got benched because they didn't resign. What's in it for them? What is in it for them? Everything is in it for them. Honestly, right now, as they're sitting at home, this is a great deal for Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. I don't know what this deal is for the WWE. This is a complete waste of everybody's time and money. Only time will tell if WWE will be able to sign Gallows and Anderson to new contracts. That's not happening. It's not happening. Their deals aren't done until September, so they might just be sitting home for the next 6 months, which would be a real waste of their talent and a real waste of WWE's money. Good on them. Good on them. Take advantage of it because they clearly don't give a shit about you. Now, Carl Anderson of the club posted a cryptic message on Instagram about the clubs and Good Brothers, however you want to coin them, the Good Brothers fan base. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are said to be leaving the WWE. This is the rumor. Carl Anderson sent out a rather interesting Instagram message with himself and Luke Gallows standing next to a WWE logo. This is a photoshopped image where they are looking directly at the logo. It is also included with some cryptic text to go along with the photo. He says, and I quote, hashtag the boys are fortunate to come from a loyal fan base that always has our backs. End quote. I don't know what that means, but clearly it is signifying that they do have support, but not the WWE support. That's what it means. Anderson and Gallows are not on the road with WWE, which is a very interesting position for them to be in. It now appears that some people have their backs as well. It's unclear what this legitimately means, but it is an intriguing piece of information in a time where the Good Brothers are said to be on their way out of WWE. All that I know is that this makes and strengthens AEW's tag team division even more so. So there you go. There you go. These guys were completely fucking wasted from the word go. First of all, WWE brought them in at the worst position. Doing the worst fucking possible situation. The club immediately feuded with the Usos. Fine. Depending on who the Usos are in your eyes, that's great. Did it amount to anything? Of course not. Still, to this day, I would have never put AJ Styles in that Royal Rumble. When he debuted, I would have never put him in that Royal Rumble. Never. Because a guy like that, I would have not really put him in there if he wasn't winning. Or if he wasn't going to go along. He lasted 20, 25 minutes. Whatever. WWE probably didn't realize AJ Styles. Fuck this guy. Right? But clearly everybody knew who AJ Styles was. But then they had him in the Royal Rumble. And they did this back and forth with Roman Reigns and a heel. This heel shtick. And Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows were just separated from AJ Styles right from the get-go. And then they put them with AJ Styles. But it didn't amount to anything. It did not amount to anything at all. What I would have did was Roman Reigns ended up winning the WWE Championship that year at WrestleMania anyway. And in all the instances in which WWE got the Shield back together, especially lately, what has it really meant? It's meant nothing. They brought them back for the worst fucking feuds that group has ever seen or been a part of. It was nothing but a money-making propaganda machine. First, it's Roman's cancer and using Roman's cancer to get him over, and then the cancer led to Roman coming back and getting him into a babyface role, and then they had nothing else for Roman, so let's get him in the Shield. Cause they got this fucking rhetoric. Oh, tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Let me get my band of brothers back together. Just another fucking excuse to get the Shield back together against three guys who absolutely are worthless in every sense of the word to WWE right now. Instead of bringing the Shield back when it legitimately should be something special. Again, I harped on WWE not thinking Kurt Angle's retirement or Kurt Angle himself was special for whatever reasons. Maybe there's still resentment there that he left them and went and spent 10 years in TNA. At this point, who the fuck cares? TNA is not even an issue for you. Or Impact Wrestling is not an issue for you. Who cares? Some people that you employ now came from that era of TNA. Who cares? Instead of getting the Shield back together for this fucking garbage that we're seeing right now, why not get the Shield back together for something that really matters? And what really would have mattered, and what would have been fucking unbelievable, was Roman winning the WWE Championship and holding that championship at the end of Monday Night Raw and cutting a promo. I finally overcame everything, the corporation, and people holding me down. This is my reward. And thank you guys for being a part of my journey. And then out comes Gallows and Anderson. Out comes Gallows and Anderson from the crowd, wearing their Bullet Club-inspired masks. See a big beatdown of Roman Reigns in the ring right there. And this is a beatdown of epic proportions. They leave this man wasted. Wasted. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose trying to come down. They get laid out. They get laid out on the outside after Roman was already beaten down in the ring. Gallows and Anderson beat them up. Nobody knows who these guys are. Nobody realizes who they are. And then out comes AJ Styles on the ramp after everything is done and over with. The WWE Champion is beaten down in the middle of the ring. Gallows and Anderson are admiring their work. And out comes AJ Styles wearing his hood and his mask. And he stands there at the end of the show, takes off his hood, reveals himself to be AJ Styles. And we have a fucking hashtag Bullet Club invasion on Monday Night Raw. And they just started this invasion on Raw and against the WWE Champion because they are coming into the company for that title. AJ wants the WWE Championship, former IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Now he wants championship gold on this soil, and he wants to take it from Roman Reigns. And him or the Shield can do nothing about it. And look at the matches that we would have gotten between the two factions. Really. Now, you mean to tell me that WWE didn't miss the boat on that? Even with Balor. They didn't even pair Balor with Gallows and Anderson. Just mock matches here and there. Random tag team matches on Raw that meant nothing. Oh, look, yeah, we know each other, but we're teaming up, and it means nothing. Nothing to this company is special anymore. They do everything to show you that they don't value anything. Anything. Balor could have turned heel. He could have aligned himself with Gallows and Anderson. There's no fucking way that they could go all these years and not figure something out between these guys. Nothing. And here we are now. You got them, you wasted them, and now they're about to leave because of your laziness and your ineptability to creatively write for guys like this. When the story and the history and everything that you got is right there for you to utilize. This is the shit that pisses me off. Wasted opportunities, man. Wasted opportunities. Speaking of tag teams, man, the Revival. The Revival advises parents on social media to not let their children be Raw Tag Team Champions. Then they want to know why they're getting buried. By the way, the Revival weren't even on Monday Night Raw. Ricochet was on Raw. He wrestled Jinder Mahal. Great way to showcase Ricochet in his first singles match on Monday Night Raw. Jinder Mahal grounding Ricochet with headlocks and rest holds for 5 minutes. Awesome use of Ricochet on Monday Night Raw. Great job, Vince. Now, being that Aleister Black is on his honeymoon in the Netherlands or Amsterdam, wherever he went with Zelina Vega, he wasn't on Monday Night Raw. Michael Cole says he's taking care of business in the Netherlands. Really? What type of business is he taking care of, Michael Cole? I certainly know what type of business he is taking care of. Lucky him. Revival. They weren't even on Raw. They were on Main Event, and they're the Raw Tag Team Champions. So, look at this. No other tag teams on the show. We'll put you on Main Event. Then we'll put you on Main Event. We got nothing for you. So, the Revival actually took to social media. Some parents don't want their children to grow up to be a lot of things, right? Some parents get upset when their children are at that age where they want to start dealing in contact sports, whether it be wrestling or football or lacrosse in high school. You know, wrestling is definitely on that list. But if you ask Dash Wilder, he would advise that no parents wish that their child becomes a Raw Tag Team Champion. The Revival fought hard for their titles and are still somehow Tag Team Champions. However, they have more than one challenger nipping at their heels for a championship opportunity. So when Dash Wilder saw a picture of two kids who got Raw Tag Team title toys, he had one suggestion. He says this, and I quote, "It was two youngsters wearing tag team title replica belts from Monday Night Raw." He says this and quotes the tweet, and I quote Wilder, "Please don't wish being Raw Tag Team Champions on them for their sake." End quote. Now, this this definitely was a shot at WWE's booking of the Revival since they won the titles. After all, they went forever without an actual televised entrance with those titles. They didn't even get one at the fucking pay-per-view. They did not even get one at Fastlane, and that's a fucking shame. So you know what the WWE has done here. They gave the Revivals the tag team titles in some lame excuse. We'll take care of you. We'll give you the titles. We don't want you to go over there. We're going to keep you happy. We're going to do this and that for the tag team division. And here they are. WWE gave the Revival this sense of comfort and ended up fucking them in the end. Yeah, you're our tag team champions now. Where you going to go? Now we got you by the balls. We gave you what you wanted. Now we're going to fucking do what we did to you before. Even worse this time. We don't give a fuck about these titles, and we're going to show you exactly what we feel about those tag team championships. Now, I don't know what this means for the Revival, but clearly making digs at WWE's booking of them in this manner to the WWE fans who are tweeting in admiration of the Revival. Not really a good look there, Mr. Wilder. I'm sure someone in WWE management already passed this along to the Revival. The only thing I want revived is my forest made of wood. Speaking of tag teams, this is a fucking shame. A goddamn fucking shame here, man. WWE might be snubbing the tag team division at WrestleMania. Really now? Why would that be? Why do we have to get tag team titles snubbed at WrestleMania? Oh, that's right. Because WrestleMania is taken up majority by part-timers, Shane McMahon, and a retired Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. I want you guys to know that out of the top matches that have been announced for WrestleMania, only 2 of them are title matches. And everything else, every other title in the company, even the Intercontinental Championship, has not been given a fucking match. Really. Really. I am not lying to you. I don't recall there being any other title match outside the Universal Championship. Even the WWE Championship doesn't have a title match yet. Now, I understand the story's playing out, but the simple fact that the only titles in this company that have matches at WrestleMania are the Universal title and the Raw Women's Championship. Now, snubbing the tag team division, why would you do that after you promised the Revival that you were going to just focus on tag team wrestling and make it seem a little bit more important? Why would you do that? Why would you lie? Why would you take tag team wrestling and not feature them at WrestleMania when you certainly could do that this year and have 2 great matches for both respective titles? Revival and Aleister Black and Ricochet could be a match at WrestleMania. Given the time, I'd be invested in that. The Usos and the Hardys have gone back and forth. The Hardys want to procure championship gold again. First time ever. First time ever at WrestleMania between those 2 teams. Why don't you do it? Instead, all of these teams are going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. WrestleMania 35 is already slated to be the longest event in WWE history. If you guys missed my off-the-script extra rant, go and check it out. It is worth your 40 minutes. Already a loaded card with more to come. However, despite the fact that it was said the company plans on defending all the main roster titles on the show, that might not happen at all. WWE made a big promise to the Revival that they would be featured in a big way in the tag team divisions as their Raw tag team champions. The thinking is that WWE is gearing up their tag team division to compete with AEW, who will be featuring tag team wrestling at its finest. Mike Johnson said on PW Insider Elite Audio that WWE could be planning to snub both the Revival and the Usos at WrestleMania this year. He says, and I quote, "I don't think there's going to be any tag team title matches. I think they are going to throw these guys into the Battle Royal as well." End quote. The Usos are also a very interesting team right now because their current WWE contracts are set to run out in April. And they are still SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. Now, the only reason why they were given those titles was because their contracts are running out. Now, I figured the right thing to do would be to book the Usos and make them feel a little bit special at WrestleMania and give them the match with the Hardys. We may still end up getting that. We're 2 weeks away. But they haven't done jack shit with those titles since they won them. They were used nothing more than to get The Miz and Shane McMahon booked at WrestleMania. The Usos were a catalyst in the story for Shane McMahon to turn heel on The Miz. Great. What the fuck does it have to do with the tag team titles? Nothing. Now, sources have stated that the WrestleMania card is stacked already, and it's going to get even more stacked. The company might neglect some of the talent that they have on the roster, and they might elect to not book tag team title matches for either their men's SmackDown and Raw titles. This snubbing will not be received well, so let's hope that this does not happen. Bayley and Sasha Banks are slated to defend their women's tag team titles at WrestleMania, with the Iconics defeating Sasha and Bayley this week on SmackDown. We could be seeing a four corners fatal four-way for those titles. Now, there is a push within the company to control the number of WrestleMania matches this year. The fact that they've already round out 17 matches that could be planned for the card could be a big telling sign that they don't want to make it as big as people are expecting. So, I don't know what's going to happen here, But WWE right now might be snubbing the tag team division at WrestleMania. Ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I feel like I have to mention this again. Why is WrestleMania being talked about with having 17, 18, 19, 20 matches? All these matches that people are devising. Why? What is the reason for the accumulation of all these matches? It's because, A, WWE feels like for every fucking year that they have WrestleMania, that they need to get everybody on the fucking show. And that's not the case, nor should it be the case. If you don't do anything all year, you should not be on WrestleMania. Simple. Because you're an active member of the roster doesn't mean you need to be at WrestleMania. This is why we have fucking battle royals. You want to get everybody featured on the spotlight stage of WrestleMania? Fine, we'll do a battle royal. But don't do 17 matches, 18 matches, and a battle royal. This goes to show you that WWE, A, has so much talent that they don't know what to do with. That they feel like quantity is better than quality for, again, whatever fucking reason. You know, this is why TakeOver is so fucking special. TakeOver is special to not only the people who work in NXT, but to the fans. How many of you have watched a TakeOver show and said to yourself, man, I wish I could sit here for another hour and watch this shit, man. 2 hours is not enough. 5 matches is not enough, man. They could easily do 6, 7, or 8 matches. You look at that TakeOver New York card, you could add another 2 matches easy to that show. They won't do it, though. And you know what? I'm glad they don't do it. I'm glad they don't do it. Because if you did that, that actually takes away from the overall feel that is TakeOver. Because the way they're doing it now, they're giving you quality, they're giving you the most bang for your buck. For the amount of time you're sitting there, they want you to walk away thinking that was the best fucking wrestling show that you ever attended. And the 5 matches that they're going to put on are going to blow you a fucking way. Why are you going to put on a match or another match, another 2 matches, 3 matches, and water down the overall card? They want everything to be as epic and grand as possible. And another reason why they keep it at this 5 limit, 2 hours, 2.5 hours max, is to give everybody in that fucking locker room something to fight for. It makes everybody better. It makes everybody work that much harder. If everybody was allowed on TakeOver, they would take it for granted and it wouldn't be special anymore. Being that everybody gets on WrestleMania, I'm gonna be there. I don't give a shit what I'm doing. I'm getting my WrestleMania bonus. That's all I care about. It's just polar opposites. WrestleMania doesn't even feel special anymore because everybody's on it. TakeOver feels special because they've made it feel special and they give that special feel by not over fucking loading the card with garbage that we don't need to see. It's special for the fans and it's special for everybody trying to work towards getting on a TakeOver. And when you get on that TakeOver, you're going to work even double as hard to stay at that level because you know that somebody behind you has their eyes aimed right at you and they want your spot. I love that mentality. This is why I love NXT so much. So WWE, with the 17, 18, 19 matches fucking rumor for WrestleMania, that's one of the main reasons. They feel like they got to get everybody on the fucking show. The other reason is the fact that this company has too many fucking titles. There's no need for 2 women's titles. There's no need for 2 sets of tag team titles. There's no reason. There's no reason. There's no division on Raw. They're walking around with fucking props. You're labeling them as champions, and the championships mean nothing to the Revival. Same thing for the Usos. Who the fuck do they have to challenge on SmackDown Live? Nobody. The New Day and the Bar. It's been done over and over and over again to a point where nobody fucking cares. It's not special anymore. There's no need for 2 sets of women's and 2 sets of tag team titles. None. Merge these fucking divisions and give me 1 set of titles that automatically shaves 2 matches off your WrestleMania card. 2! You give me 1. Not every fucking team needs to be on WrestleMania. The 2 best teams go to WrestleMania to fight for the tag team championships. You don't need 4 fucking teams fighting over 2 titles. It's ridiculous. There's too many championships in this company that I've lost fucking count. The IC title doesn't even have a match at WrestleMania. This is the second biggest title in the fucking company. Or it used to be. Now it's not. It's more like a fucking paperweight. Snubbing the tag team division, man. You really want to do that? You got the Usos, who they got their father already saying that, my sons are the greatest in the tag team division. They have the opportunity to go out there and just kill it wherever they go. Saying this shit publicly on Instagram. They deserve the world. So why not go and get it? Do you know what a team like the Usos would do for the AEW tag team division? If you go switch to AEW on TNT and TBS in October, and you see the fucking Uso, Jimmy J. Uso, on AEW. The money that I would pay to watch the Usos versus the Lucha Bros, or the Usos versus the Young Bucks, or the Usos versus SoCal Uncensored. You fucking out of your mind? And then when they go do that, and they perform at a level that we've never seen them perform in the WWE, which is going to be better, WWE's going to be like, what the fuck did we do? And then at that point, they'll realize they fucked up. And then it's WWE playing catch up to try and give you tag team wrestling on Raw and SmackDown to compete with AEW. Meanwhile, you could have did it all along because you got all the fucking pieces in play to do what you need to do, but you neglect. You can't build WrestleMania up with part-timers and a McMahon and a fucking Hall of Famer and all this other fucking bullshit. By the time you get done with booking what you got a whole fucking card already. And then you're missing out on 90% of your actual roster. The fact that WrestleMania is 2 weeks away and 45% of this card is not fleshed out yet is absolutely fucking pathetic. It's pathetic. The simple fact that we are 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. The Revival, Usos, Asuka, Bobby Lashley as the Intercontinental Champion do not have fucking match. Daniel Bryan doesn't have a set opponent for WrestleMania yet. These are championships in your company that need to be defended. If you are a champion in this company, you unquestionably should be at WrestleMania, defending your title. Why have all these titles if you're not going to treat them as valuable as they need to be treated? Why? Cut the fucking titles, merge the divisions, both the women and the men's tag team. That is a simple solution I've been calling for the last 3 years. And nothing has been done about it. Now is the time you need to start doing something about it. Snubbing the tag team division? I hope that you do, and then I hope the Usos go down to Jacksonville and sign a multi-year deal with Tony Khan. Go ahead. They'll drop the tag team titles on SmackDown and say, fuck you. Piss on him. Fucking ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. What is ridiculous is that you guys are not shaving with Harry's. You like that transition, I know. I know, man. I'm a fucking beast. What I find ridiculous is that you guys are not shaving with Harry's, man. Harrys.com/script for your free trial shave set. Why Harry's? Why should you shave with Harry's? I'll tell you why, man. Harry's founders were tired of paying for razors that were overpriced and overdesigned. I'm sure that you're using an overpriced and overdesigned razor right now. They knew a great shave doesn't come from gimmicks like vibrating heads and flex balls or handles that look like spaceships. Tactics that these leading brands use to raise the prices for this industry for decades. Harry's, they fixed all that. They combine a simple, clean design with quality, durable blades at a fair price. Harry's bought a world-class blade factory in Germany that's been making quality blades for over 95 years. And Harry's have received 20,000 5-star reviews from Trustpilot and Google alone. Harry's replacement cartridges are just $2. That's half the price of a Gillette Fusion Pro Shield. And here's the best part, folks. If you are not happy with your shave, if you're not happy with your Harry shave, all Harry's blades come with a 100% quality guarantee. They will give you a full refund if you don't love your shave. Join the 10 million who have tried Harry's and claim this free trial offer today by using harrys.com/script. What you guys are going to get is the following. You're going to get a razor handle. Choice of color is yours. Orange, blue, or the evergreen. I got all three because why the fuck not? You're going to get a 5-blade razor with a lubricating strip and trimmer blade, rich lathering shave gel, and a travel blade cover as well if you're a man on the go or if you just like it to look nice on your bathroom sink. Listeners of Off the Script can redeem their trial set by going to harrys.com/script. Make sure you go to harrys.com/script to redeem your offer and let them know I sent you to help support Off the Script. Continuing on with the rest of the news here on Off the Script, episode 266, part number 1 for your Friday, March 22nd, 2019. Continuing on with the WrestleMania coverage and WWE snubbing the tag team division. This report now comes from Raja, and they are reporting that WWE wants to keep WrestleMania at maximum to 13, 14 matches tops. Now, they are currently at 10 matches announced for WrestleMania, including the SmackDown Women's title match, where Asuka doesn't even have an opponent yet. We'll talk about that tomorrow. That was added on this week's upcoming SmackDown Live. If you add in the Women's Battle Royal, which is expected, and the WWE's Women's Tag Team match for the titles, Sasha and Bayley, that makes 12 confirmed matches. This leaves out the Intercontinental title and both tag team titles from the main roster brands. An IC title match is rumored, which could include the return of Finn Balor's demon persona. So WWE, on top of snubbing the tag team division, they don't have any plans for the rest of this card. They're either looking right now at 17, 18 matches or leaving out all these matches for the reasons that I just cited before. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. I don't like that, man. WrestleMania does not feel like WrestleMania at all. You know what? In fact, we're going to go over the Asuka situation now, being that she was just talked about here. Asuka is your SmackDown Live Women's Champion. You might not know that, but she's your SmackDown Live Women's Champion. She hasn't been booked for a match at WrestleMania just yet. That, like I mentioned, will change next week. Mandy Rose says she has forgiven Sonya Deville for unintentionally costing her the SmackDown Live Women's title at Fastlane. Sonya doesn't like hearing that subject brought up at all and blamed Caleb Braxton for stirring the pot and causing drama in a WWE promo on SmackDown Live. Now, Braxton then broke the news that Sonya and Mandy will compete one-on-one with Carmella and Naomi in a fatal four-way match where the winner will get SmackDown Live champion Asuka at WrestleMania. Fire and Desire did not seem happy about this at all and just walked away. Well, one positive out of this, at least we know that Asuka is getting a WrestleMania match. Where it happens remains to be seen. These opponents do absolutely nothing for me. Nothing for me. Carmella? Why? Naomi? The match that Asuka had with Naomi was a botch fest. No interest in seeing that at all. Sonya Deville versus Asuka at WrestleMania doesn't really scream WrestleMania. Mandy Rose, we've seen it again. And I honestly think that Mandy Rose and Asuka are going for round 2. And if that happens again at WrestleMania, Asuka's losing the title and Mandy Rose is going to be your new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. You might as well at that point just hand over the fucking SmackDown Live Women's title and make it the Divas title and reinstate the butterfly belt. How does Asuka go from Charlotte in one of the best matches at WrestleMania last year and a huge pivotal point or part of the women's evolution to this? The fact that she doesn't even have an opponent yet, and this is the lay of the land for Asuka at WrestleMania. And then you want to come and tell me that Asuka sucks, or Asuka's not worth it, or Asuka's cringe, and Asuka doesn't deserve the championship. What has WWE done to show that they value Asuka as a women's champion? Again, it's one of those instances, and there's no reason why you don't have any plans for Asuka. There's no reason. Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte have been the only women that WWE has focused on for WrestleMania. Bayley and Sasha, yeah, they got a small piece of that pizza pie. They might get a bite out of that pizza pie. Or a bite out of a slice on that pizza pie. That's it. That's it. But Asuka? There's no reason why this company has zero plans for Asuka. You fail at that point as a creative writer. Your creative writing abilities have been revoked. That's what I would say. And the only reason why Asuka was given the SmackDown Live Women's Championship was because everybody lobbied for her to be in something a little bit more of a top priority. So WWE gave her the title. And WWE just shut everybody up. You want Asuka as your champion? You want Asuka on TV? Well, here she is. She's your SmackDown Live Women's Champion. And be happy with that. So they did it as a way to shut everybody up. I don't understand the logic in this company where Asuka, one of the best female talents that you have employed, has basically nothing to do at WrestleMania after having a marquee match with Charlotte last year. Now, whatever the reasons may be, the rumors of her not speaking English all too well might be a hindrance on her. So why tease doing something with her to ultimately do nothing with her? Another waste of a payroll. If Mandy Rose wins this match like I expect she does, Naomi, Carmella, and Sonya Deville do not. Mandy doesn't even scream WrestleMania to me. But I know WWE sees much more in Mandy than they do the other three. And if Mandy goes to WrestleMania, she's losing. Asuka is that SmackDown Live Women's Championship, and Mandy Rose is going to be a new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. No question. Absolutely no question. Finally, guys, we'll end with this. How is the locker room's mindset going into WrestleMania 35? The WWE Superstars mindset going into WrestleMania 35. Now, we're less than 2 weeks away, or a little bit more. We're about 2 weeks away. So, however you feel on the road to WrestleMania, you're entitled to feel whatever way you want. I feel like this has been one of the worst WrestleMania builds I think the company has ever done for a WrestleMania event. Now, this comes from Alfred Kanua of Forbes, one of the worst WWE publications that you could possibly ever read. He wrote on Forbes about WrestleMania this year and how it is expected to be the longest event in WWE history. Please, you're giving me cold sweats. I hope not. Within the report, he also revealed the current backstage mindset that employees currently have heading into WrestleMania 35. Employee morale has also played a role in WrestleMania's all-hands-on-deck feel, as WWE looks to fit as many superstars on the card as possible. Now, if Alfred Kanua was a good writer, he'd cite all the reasons why that's not the right direction for WWE to take. But what the fuck do I know? I'm not writing for Forbes. With the forthcoming launch of AEW, employee morale is as important as it's ever been. This is a great group mindset to have. If WWE is going to pull off this massive of an event, they will need everyone on the same page. Hopefully WrestleMania goes off without a hitch and also includes plenty of moments fans will be talking about for years to come. Either way, WWE and their employees are ready to do whatever it takes to make this event a success. Yeah, it will be a success because it's Wrestle-fucking-Mania. But Mr. Alfred Kanua at Forbes, he revealed the current backstage mindset that employees have heading into WrestleMania, all hands on deck. And WWE needs to fit as many superstars on the possible to keep employee morale up. I don't know. I don't know what else to add on top of what I already added to the already WrestleMania rant that I did earlier with the Revival and then bleeding into the fucking 18, 19, 20 matches that are rumored. What else am I to say about this? If you think this is WrestleMania, if you think this is the right direction for WrestleMania, you are absolutely a terrible proponent of the whole overall product. You are. You don't have the best interest of the WWE in your hand. You don't. WrestleMania does not need to be a card in which you fit everybody on the card as possible. WrestleMania is the one show that you work towards all year. If you worked your ass off and are in something important, then you be there. If you are on TV and you do absolutely nothing all year but fucking drift away and expect to be on WrestleMania because everybody needs to be on it, then you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be there. WWE has this quantity over quality mindset that needs to be eradicated. Eradicated. They have too many titles. Titles that need to disappear. Divisions that need to be merged together to just improve the overall feel and vibe and health of those said divisions. This is a terrible fucking mindset to have. And this garbage being written by Forbes gives WWE the fuel to see this and be like, hey man, we're doing something right. Look at this major publication praising us for what we're doing. Meanwhile, it's the worst fucking thing you can do. Fuck Forbes. Fucking bullshit. They clearly don't know a lick. They don't know jack shit about professional wrestling. But what do I expect from Alfred Kanua, who's a Roman Reigns fan? Fuck out of here, man. What a fucking garbage article. And a garbage mindset to have. WrestleMania will never feel like WrestleMania unless things change. Whatever they're doing now, it ain't the right way to do it. I know where my WrestleMania is, and that's going to be on Friday at the Barclays Center. I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. This is your Off the Script 266, Part 1. Thank you so much. Like I said, man, hit that thumbs up. I would greatly, greatly appreciate your support. Hit that thumbs up. Bonfire.com. The official merchandise right now of Off the Script is on bonfire.com. JD's Elite. Down in the description below is the link. Go and get yours today. That includes a shout out right here on the podcast, man. Harrys.com/script for your free trial shave set. Follow me on social media, man. JD from NY206 on both Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Follow me on Twitch, JD from New York, if you're into the video game thing. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. Thank you so much to all my patrons over there. If you guys missed them, you know what to do, man. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Off the Script Extra. Talking about WrestleMania is 8 hours long and 17 matches deep. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Got some video game content on there as well. And Off the Script on past weekend, if you missed it, man. Go and check that out. Bunch of stories there if you missed it. ManiaCrawl.com. You guys know the deal with that. Go and check out ManiaCrawl.com and support Connor's Cure. Hooters. That is on April 5th, Friday, NXT TakeOver New York. That is the meet and greet, man. The Off the Script meet and greet right before NXT TakeOver New York. 155 West 33rd Street, New York City, across from Madison Square Garden. Come on out. And most importantly, remember that Kurt Angle's match is a dumpster fire against Baron Corbin. I love that fucking photo, man. That's fucking so great. And remember, Kix is the best cereal of all time. I'm getting out of here, guys. Thank you so very much. I'll see you guys right back here on Part 2 for Saturday, where we will talk about the remaining news and rumors for the weekend and unbox. I'm back with Pro Wrestling Crate, man. Until then, thank you guys so very much, and I'll see you right back here on Part 2 for Saturday's episode 266. I'll talk to you later.